so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel, and they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Again, it's Burrow. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Able to connect with Mims. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd and 7. They go play action. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Mayfield with it once more. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. Touchdown, Browns! David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Burrow going to throw again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Here's Mayfield. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it.
7 yards the pickup there.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
That was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride. He was able to run through.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A first carry for Samaje Perine. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Uzama. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. John Johnson with the INT. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Mayfield off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz as the first half is winding down. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. McCann now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Big hold of the 30. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. These two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 63 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go with Chubb on second down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McCann for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that what it's symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And got his man complete. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. Now Pirine. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he will find his man on the outside.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now it's Burrow.
This one swung out to Williams.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tucker McCann on 4th field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
It's headed right. It's no good. He misses wide of the upright. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Flushed out right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory.
He's got a man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. First down, here's Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he gets this one to Boyd. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air again, Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is, in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Cleveland, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.